All right, we're back. What's up, everybody? We're back for lesson 56. Take two. Had a little bit of a computer problem, so we'll redo what we did before. So, Chris, how would you say... será que ele vai mudar de ideia novamente?
Do you think is he gonna change his mind? Again?
Okay. So, do you think
he's gonna change his mind again?
Good. Do you think he's going to change his mind again? Good. So the first time you put in that is he. So because of the do you think, then he is.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good. Larissa, how would you say, tomara que não, ele já tem 22 anos.
I hope not. Pode ser?
I've got the whole sentence.
I hope not. He's 22 years old yet.
What does yet mean usually?
Não, yet ainda, né? Already.
Yeah. Already. And it's better to say he's already 22 years old, but there are many people who do say he's 22 years old already. So they're both good, but already before is a little bit better. Chris, eu disse para ele não mudar novamente.
I said to him that he shouldn't change again.
Good. And last time you said it could be change, right? What did you say? It was a very good point.
Change
mudar,
or move.
Or move.
Depends
okay.
on the context.
Okay.
But
what about with our
my imagination? Okay.
With our context here. Okay. So in this situation, yeah. So right when everything went crazy, I was asking, last time we talked about different things about eu tenho graduação em engenharia, right? For example, how would I say eu tenho graduação em engenharia?
Eu tenho graduação?
Mm-hmm.
I have a degree in engineering.
Very good.
Engineering.
Very nice.
I have a degree in engineering.
Not in an engineering, but in engineering.
In engineer.
Because an engineer is engenheiro, uma engenheira. Right?
Okay.
In engineering. Okay, perfect. So we don't say I have a graduation because Glacy, tell us what graduation is.
Festa.
It's a what?
Festança.
Festança. Okay.
No.
So it's not the party, it's the ceremony. It's the ceremony.
Sério, professor?
Yes. Graduation is the ceremony. Graduation party is the festa.
Tô fora. Cerimônia, tô fora. Eu vou só.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds about right. Okay. So that's one thing that's very different. Everybody wants to say, I have a graduation in. What's your graduation in? Blah, blah, blah. We don't say that. But now, how do we say, estou cursando engenharia? I don't even know if that's spelled right. Engenheira? Como é que é?
Engenharia.
Is it like...
É como se fala, engenharia.
No, I don't say it like you do, so.
Engenharia.
Mas troca o E por A.
What?
Engenhar.
É por A?
É por A. Isso, engenhar.
E tira esse I.
Tira esse I daí, ó.
God, why don't you just spell it for me instead of saying what to switch?
Agora tá certo.
Okay, good.
I am studying engineer.
So be careful, if you're studying an engineer, você está estudando engenheiro, então está caçando para casar, ou alguma coisa assim.
Yes.
Parada, hein?
I am studying engineering.
Studying engineering,
Engineering.
or my major is
My major is
engineering. So my major, o seu curso, okay? When I first
okay.
went to college, everybody was asking, "What's your major? What's your major? What's your major?" Everybody wanted to know,
okay, major,
especially the
okay.
girls, because the girls were looking for doctors and lawyers and engineers,
Ah, é?
because that's what girls do.
É, professor. Ah, tá.
Major.
Nossa, bom.
Not you, because you were becoming an engineer, so you didn't need an engineer. So,
Ah,
and Chris was becoming a psychologist, so she didn't need an engineer. But your husband's
Yes.
an engineer, isn't he? Isn't Paulo an engineer?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So there you go. Chris was looking for an engineer. All right.
Yes. Because he win very well.
Okay.
Ah,
So-
entendi, ele ganha. Ah, mas é assim,
Right.
sabe?
So
He will. Não.
let's
He
look at
will.
that. This is why we
Ele
speak
ganha
English.
muito bem, como fala
He
assim.
make a
Yes.
lot of
So
money.
when
Okay. He makes money a lot. No.
Também não sei.
when ganhar
Win.
Por que que eu já escutei as pessoas falarem que ganhar não é win, tem que falar beat. I beat her, I beat him.
right. Well,
eu ganhei,
okay.
em vez de falar I
Depende
won,
do contexto,
I won.
Glass. Acho que depende
Okay,
do contexto. Olha lá, ó.
So
É.
earn or make money, like you said. Okay.
E
So
gain. E gain.
gain.
G-A-I-N. Ok.
Yeah. So
Gain não
gain
é
is
peso?
like
Gain peso.
has more of the idea of like ganhos, gains, ganhos. It's a little bit more technical, a little bit more formal. Very good question, though.
Gente,
Okay.
Now, you're absolutely right, though, Glassy, in context where you're saying, eu, let's say, Juventude ganhou the Flamengo, because Juventude is my team. Okay, so
Juventus won.
não Juventude da Serra Gaúcha. Juventus é
juventude,
lá da Itália.
Juventude
Flamengo.
Bateu no Flamengo. Ok.
Ju won. So you use the verb win when you just say ganhou, mas não ganhou de alguém ou alguma coisa.
Entendi. Ah, ok.
Por quê, né? Porque em inglês é isso. Tanto Ju.
Win quando você ganha de alguma coisa.
It's clearer than Portuguese. It's more clear
Super
because
clear, super.
you know that there's something else coming and you can wait for that information to be exactly sure.
Então,
I practice I practice waiting for you to say that.
eu sei que você sabe.
All right. Very nice. So that's one thing I wanted to add was about your major. So if you talk to someone and you say, so what do you do? And they say, oh, I'm a college student. Oh, what's your major? Right. So you can say, what are you studying? Or you can say, what's your major? And my major is
I can
music,
say
or
psychology or
right.
It's psychology.
It's psychology or just psychology. If someone asks, what's your major? Usually people say psychology.
Psychology. Okay.
É porque aqui a gente fala, eu estou fazendo tal coisa, só que você não vai falar em inglês, I'm doing engineering.
No, it would be studying. If you say a verb, it would probably be studying. Yeah. I'm doing psychology. I think you could. I don't think many people do, but I don't think it's wrong. It doesn't sound wrong to me. Okay. Larissa.
Hi, teacher.
Hi.
Uhum.
You did
Hi,
22
guys.
years. You did the 22. So we'll go glass with Oh no, that was Chris, the
You
last one.
did.
Now Glassy. You did what?
22? Antes
No,
do primeiro pau.
yeah, but then we did it again while you were
Ah, tá.
using the bathroom or something. I don't know what you were doing.
Não, você mandou o
Glassy.
problema para mim, sabia? Meu professor, ai meu Deus. Meu computador fez assim, sabe? Deu
Oh, yeah.
uma pane geral.
I think I
Yeah.
did it to everybody.
É.
Okay, how would you say? Eu disse que ele não pode começar outra coisa.
Caminha para Glass.
For Glassy. For Glassy, I
Okay.
forgot.
I said he não podia. He couldn't. Acho. Como é? Não é begin que você gosta, como é que é? Como é que é a outra palavra? Start. Anything else?
Good. I said he couldn't start anything else. Good. Fantastic. What would be the difference if I were to say, I said he couldn't start anything else or anything more?
Acho que pode os dois, não pode?
It can be. So they can be equal, but there's a possibility anything else can be a trade. So you stop one thing, start another. Where anything more gives the idea that you're adding something. So you had one, now you have two. Where anything else can be you had one, now you have two, or you had one and you switched with something else.
What's
So there's-
traded?
Trade,
What trade?
trocar.
Okay.
Trocar.
Trade. To trade.
To trade,
Trocar.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
switch. In this case, switch
Or
would probably be
switch.
better. Yeah, to
switch.
switch.
Okay. Willy,
That's me.
what difference? Oh, switch.
What,
com
one
significado
second.
trocar.
One second. What's the difference between?
What's the difference between?
Mhm.
Between or among? Switch, change, move, trade.
Oh boy. Switch,
They are similar.
trade. Switch, trade, and what? Change.
Switch, trade, change. What else? Move
Move.
and I think that's it.
Okay. That's a good question. So switch, trocar por outro.
Okay. Trade.
Trade is usually the same thing. It's usually a synonym. It's usually trocar por outro.
Okay. Change.
Change is mudar. Changes. Changes. Okay, so change is mudar. We also have exchange, which is another good one to add, which also is trocar, usually used for money or
Prices. Closes.
purchases.
Okay. Purchases.
Purchase, us, like you and I, us, purchases.
Purchases.
Mm-hmm. And then
Purchase.
move is mudar.
Okay.
Mudar,
City.
mudar like a thing.
Okay.
And then mudar de locação.
De lugar. If I am in a restaurant and I wanna change the table, I wanna move the table.
Okay. So there's something interesting there. You can use, there are ways to use either one. What we usually use is change, but look at this. If you say the table, do you know what the waitress or waiter will understand? That you want the same table, but you want to change the table. You want it to be this way or that way or moved over here. That's changing the table. If I want to change tables,
Place. Tables. Okay.
I want to change tables, that means you want to
Para
mudar
outra
a mesa
mesa.
que vai
Quero
usar.
mudar para outra mesa. Ok.
So here you could say, I want to change tables. I want to switch tables. Usually not trade tables, because trade here probably would give the idea that you want to take your table, give it to someone else, and take their table and use it where you are.
Mas você pronunciou trade, você não pronunciou o E no final, né? Trade.
Trade tables.
Não, fala só o trade.
Trade.
Mas então é com um Dzinho mudo.
Yeah, trade. Yeah, yeah. Like made. I made a table.
Ok.
I want to trade the table, or whatever it is.
Willy, eu poderia dizer uma outra estrutura com esse significado. Can I have another table, please? No?
Yeah, so the best way would say, can I have a different table? Different would be better, because
Ok.
if you say, can I have another table, it could be that you want to put two tables together, right? Because there's going to be a lot of people.
Ah, ok.
So-
ok. Entendi. Faz sentido. Ok.
It could mean, it could mean what you want it to mean, but it could also mean that you want more than one table. So there could be some confusion. So it would be better to use different. Can I have a different table?
Ah, ok. Can I have a different table, please? Ok.
Very good. Excellent.
Porque o contexto é bem diferente, né? O
Yes.
significado.
Very good. All right. How would you say, Larissa, how would you say, ele deveria terminar antes de começar outra coisa?
Teacher. He should finish before he starts another thing.
Okay, before he starts another thing. So same thing here. Another thing can be he's going to start one more thing. So now he has two things, or he's going to switch, where if you said before he starts something else, it gives the idea that he's switching one for one. So it also, again, like Chris said, context here, depending on and here I didn't give you context. So it could be that you're talking about he's adding one more thing, like he hasn't finished engineering, but he already started studying medicine or something like that, adding one thing, or switching, like stopping engineering, starting medicine. So in this case, if you use more, then it could be adding to make it two, or he's switching, where if you say anything else, then it gives the idea that, or something else gives the idea
Então, em
that.
vez, só para eu entender, então, em vez de, então, no final, eu poderia colocar anything else.
Right, and again,
Em vez de
it's
before.
yeah. So he should finish before starting, or before he starts. You said he starts, so either one, before starting or he starts something more,
Or something.
or
Anything.
something, yeah, anything or something else, either one.
Something else. Willy, assim, uma questão nessa frase aí, ó. He should finish. Tem que botar o pronome? Ou pode deixar assim?
O pronome está aqui.
Não, he should finish it.
I see.
Assim, o que ele terminou? Uma coisa. Não sei.
Yeah, it doesn't need it, but you can.
Ah, ok, tudo bem.
Yeah. In this case, with finish, you wouldn't need it. And actually, I don't know. I think any verb, it's optional. He should go before starting, or he should go before he starts. Or
É que agora eu tô botando it, tô tentando pôr it em tudo, para não errar.
Yeah, and it's not wrong in most cases if we're talking about something specific, right? And we are, because we're talking about finishing engineering was what we were talking about before. So you could very well. But there are some situations where if we haven't been talking about it, that we won't put it because we don't know what he's doing, right? So for example, if we were talking about eating, he should eat before he starts. if I say he should eat it and we weren't talking about what he's eating, it sounds strange.
Aham. Ok.
So what I wanted to say with Larissa here is that what you said wasn't wrong. It just gives that possibility that one is becoming two, or he's trading one for the other, where something else is he's trading one for the other. So it just depends on what exactly you want to say.
Ok.
Thank you.
Okay, Chris. Ele tem que estudar engenharia até terminar.
He has he has to study engineering until finish it.
Okay, what kind of word is until?
Até quando vai mudar de situação, não é isso? Quando
What
passa de uma
kind,
situação para
what
outra.
kind of word? Is it a verb?
Não, é uma é um advérbio?
Preposição, não é?
Preposition.
Preposição ou advérbio? Preposition. Preposition.
Until finishing. So either until finishing or
until finishing, yes.
until he
verdade.
finishes.
Ai, meu Deus. Cadê o quadro aqui para tirar?
Okay, so either
Until he
until
finishes.
finishing or until he finishes.
Okay, finishes.
And here again, it is optional here. We can say until he finishes or until he finishes it because we know it is engineering,
Okay,
the degree.
deve be. Yes.
Glass. Ele termina seu curso em junho.
Finishes his. Como é que fala, meu? Course? Não. Peraí. Ai, professor, que ódio. Consigo pensar em curse só, de maldição. Não sei,
Course
né?
works. Course is okay. His course.
Course.
But what do we use more?
Tá.
What do we use instead of course usually?
Então. Peraí, deixa eu ver as anotações aqui. Eu nem anotei, porque eu odeio tanto esse negócio de degree, não sei o quê.
That's it. That's it.
É degree?
Degree. Yeah.
Degree.
Yeah. It's
Então,
degree.
finishes
Mas
his
não é
degree.
curso. Desculpa, mas não é
Cur-
curso.
Curso
Major.
é degree. Well, so major is o que está cursando, mas não é o que você ganha no final. So quando você termina seu curso, você está terminando o degree.
É.
Your major is what you're studying.
Tá. Então é isso. In June?
In June. Yeah.
Tá.
So if he finishes his degree in June, what does he do? Glass? What does he do in June if he finishes his degree?
Ah, sim. Como é que é o nome? Graduation party. Yes.
No,
Não, tô
but what would
Graduation.
how do you
Graduate
say
party.
he what?
Isso. Pois é, como é que é? Então, também não sei.
What's the verb? What's the verb for se formar?
Is? Não.
Yeah, he is,
No.
but or he.
Não. Yes. Não sei, professor.
Sabe
Okay.
sim.
Não, ele vai fazer. Eu não sei.
Graduate. É
Eu
do
nem anotei,
graduate.
porque eu não gosto desse negócio de graduação.
Chris, go
O
ahead.
verbo é to graduate.
Is to graduate. So he
Graduates.
graduates, exactly. He graduates in
O
June,
próximo
right?
negócio é um verbo.
Because it's
É.
something planned, right? Remember, when we have something planned on our calendar, we can use the simple present as the future. So he graduates in June. Or if you're going to use is, you could say he is graduating in June, or he is going to graduate in June, or he will graduate in June, or
Tá bom.
any of those forms. But
Agora
I
você não
was
esquece mais, é verbo. Pode ser verbo, Glass, você não esquece mais.
É isso.
Agora
Não esqueço mais.
mentalidade como verbo.
yes. I was fishing for graduates. That's what I was fishing for. So good, Chris. Fishing, yeah, tava pescando para eu queria porque o que eu tava você vai para pescar um peixe específico, right? So That's what I was fishing for. So we have an expression, for example.
Ah, tá. Vocês têm essa expressão assim? Eu estava tentando achar essa palavra, tipo assim.
She's always fishing for compliments.
Todo mundo,
Okay.
né, professor?
Engraçado essa
No,
frase.
not me. Not
Ah,
me.
não, professor?
No, I feel awkward when people,
Agora.
if people compliment me, I feel awkward. So
Ai,
she's always fishing for
credo.
compliments. So she's always going after compliments. She's like, so how do you think I look today? Right. So that's
Maria.
fishing for a compliment. Hey, I just got a new haircut. What do you think? Or I just lost 5 pounds. What do you think? So that's fishing for
Não, eu não
compliments.
fico, puxa, assim.
Você quer um elogio, é isso?
Sabe por quê,
Tá,
professor? Eu
tá
não
indo,
sei
tá
falar.
caçando elogio.
Ah, caçando
Onde
elogio.
vocês caçam, nós pescamos.
Tá bom.
Ok,
Entendi.
caçando elogios, pedindo elogios. Willy, você usou um verbo, não sei se é verbo, você usou uma palavra, eu vou pronunciar como eu escutei, awkward, awkward.
Uhum.
Acordo.
Awkward.
Não, acordo. É estranho, né? O quê? Constrangido?
Constrangedor.
Awkward,
Constrangido.
awkward, awkward. Ok.
Nem eu explico para o meu filho, Fernando. Que tem, qual é o som do
Awkward. Yeah.
awkward? É meio com
Yes.
um O na frente, né? Awkward.
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 Tipo de
Aquela pessoa como eu que se acha bem engraçada, sabe? Aí quando está num grupo e alguém fala alguma coisa que não tem nada a ver, todo mundo tá, o que é isso? Daí eu falo, awkward.
Ainda bem que você nunca falou para mim isso daí.
Yeah. Não de voz alta,
Mas pensou, né?
na cabeça já várias vezes. All right. Let's see.
Não, é tipo awkward de odd, né? Odd, estranho, né? Odd.
Odd, yeah.
Oh,
Good. Odd.
Odd.
Same sound. Awkward,
Yeah.
odd. Yeah, good. Except
Awkward.
odd with O and awkward with A.
awkward.
Okay. Chris. Ele vai se formar em poucos meses.
Okay. He's gonna be graduate. Graduates.
Not gonna be. It's not always gonna be.
Okay, he's graduates.
Or he's gonna graduate.
He graduates.
Okay,
Just he graduates.
that works.
When?
So
What
remember
did
the
you say?
sound. The sound is like judeu in English. Jew graduates. Graduates.
Graduates.
Mhm.
He
But this-
graduates. He
there you go.
graduates.
Good.
He graduates on June.
No, ele forma em poucos meses.
Okay. He graduates in some months.
Yeah, so remember, some can be poucos, pode ser pouco mais do que poucos, pode ser até alguns, só não pode ser muitos.
Okay, in a few months.
In a few months,
It's better.
because it gives that short, because we're talking about, he doesn't have a lot of time, basically. And that's the problem with some. Some is very useful because it represents so many different things, but it's also so imprecise that it could be only a few, but it also could be many. Well, just under many. We know it's not a lot, it's not many, but it could be up to many. So it could take away that idea of something that needs to happen soon. So yeah, in a few months. Larissa, how would you say? Então, ele não pode mudar de ideia, porque não há tempo.
Meu Deus, Cid.
Yeah, hard.
Cid, hoje você tá pegando pesado.
It's my job.
Yeah. Ele não pode. Volta aí a fita, teacher.
Oh, I don't even remember now.
Oh,
I have to find it again. I
Então
was
ele
so
está
happy.
pegando pesado.
I was so happy that I put down my book. Let's see. Aqui.
So he was catching.
Então,
So ele está pegando pesado. So he's catching hard, very hard.
he's
No.
being difficult or giving hard questions or something like that. Ok, Larissa, então ele não pode mudar de ideia porque não há tempo.
So he can't change his mind because there isn't time for it.
Good. Better, just there isn't time.
Okay.
If you're going to add something, the best thing to add would be there isn't time to. There isn't time to, or in other words, there isn't time to change his mind. But because you already said change his mind, you don't need to repeat it.
Entendi.
Is it true?
Yeah, so
Sério, professor?
I promise.
Droga.
I promise it's true. So he can't change his mind because there isn't time to. So you could just end it with time because there isn't time, or many native speakers add a to the end. Because you know what you're cutting is time to. The same thing as when we have verbo medroso. We're cutting off to change his mind. So same kind of thing. Except time isn't medroso, but we have this option. They're both right. Good, Larissa. All right. Glaci, você tem razão.
You are right.
Okay.
Não entendi o que você
What?
falou. Não
What'd you
ouvi.
say?
Você tem razão, ele pediu para eu traduzir.
E foi?
Eu não entendi sua resposta para anotar aqui.
Ah, tá. You're right. E tipo,
You're
you
right.
are right, mas eu tentei
Right.
falar tudo junto, daí você...
And the first time you did better with that thing that you don't like, where you cut off the first R and put it to the second one. You're right. You're right.
You're right. Ah,
Okay.
Perfect. That's perfect right there.
Yeah.
That's it.
tá, eu
That's
não vou
what
mais
you
repetir.
Não vou repetir. All right. Chris, how do you change the subject? How would you politely change the subject?
Change the subject in the polite way. I mean, anyway.
Okay.
Anyway,
So-
by the way.
Good. So how about, change the subject and then ask, você conhece Senhor Garcia?
Do you know Mr. Garcia?
So let's do the whole thing together where you're changing the subject and then putting on the do you know.
Okay. Okay. Do you know Mr. Garcia? By the way, I saw him yesterday.
No, so if you're changing the subject, because we're not talking about Mr.
Okay. Do you know Mr. Garcia? Anyway.
No. So wait. So we're not talking about Mr. Garcia in our little scenario, right?
Okay.
So you're going to change the subject before you talk about Mr. Garcia, because that's a new subject. So if you don't use one of your entries like you did with anyway or by the way, then it could be a little jagged. It could be a little, choppy.
Okay. Do you know Mr. Garcia?
No, you're going to start changing the subject. So how did you decide that you're going to change the subject?
Okay. Anyway, I was in the shopping yesterday. I was shopping yesterday.
Okay, but it's going to be,
mall.
but do you know Mr. Garcia is what we're the first thing we're going to say after changing the subject. So it's going to be either anyway, do you know Mr. Garcia? Or by the way, do you know Mr. Garcia? Right. So we're changing the subject going into Do you know Mr.
Do you,
Garcia?
do you know Mr. Garcia? By the way, do you know
No,
Mr.
no, no,
Garcia?
no. There we go. So take off the first one. It's just going to be, you're going to start with by the way, or you're going to start with anyway, and then do you know Mr. Garcia? So anyway, do you know Mr.
Okay,
Garcia?
blah,
Or-
blah, 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 blah. Anyway, do you know Mr. Garcia?
There we go. That's how we're politely changing the subject. Very good. That's it. Yes. Okay. How would you say, Larissa? Sim, eu tenho uma reunião com ele na quarta-feira.
Yes, I have a meeting with him on Wednesday.
Very good. Glass. Bem, eu sei quem é, mas não o conheço muito bem.
Esse bem aí é well, né?
Yep.
Well, eu sei quem é. I know who is o quê?
So this is good because this is
Who is?
important. This is important if we want to say something like this. So do
I know
you
who is he.
know?
Yeah. Who he is. No.
There we go. Yes, that's right. Do you know Shusha? I know who
is she?
No,
Who
it's not a
she is.
it's not a question, right? That's the key.
I know.
It's if it were a question, it would be who is she? But I know who she is, mas
I-
não o conheço muito bem, Glass.
Who he is, but I don't know him very well.
Mhm.
Very well, very well. very
Exactly. Okay. I know who she is, so we're going to add the she.
Yeah.
Eu sei quem é. Quem ela é. Mas em português nós vamos falar, eu sei quem ela é. Eu sei quem é. But we need that she
Yeah.
there.
Eu vi
Good.
que tava estranho.
Chris, how would you say? Eu conheço a filha dele. Ela é uma amiga minha.
I know his daughter. He is a friend of mine.
Who's the friend? Him or his daughter?
She's a friend of mine.
All right. Yes, she's a friend of mine. Good. I know his daughter. She's a friend of
Ele
mine.
Oh
não
my
deixa passar nada.
goodness. Sometimes
Chris.
Paulo is she.
É bem isso, eu penso nisso também. quando você fala.
Larissa,
Sometimes Paulo is she.
ela realmente é uma amiga sua?
Is she your friend? Is she your friend, really?
Good. Glass, go ahead. Do it.
O really, só que tem que colocar para antes. Estilo. Agora já esqueci a frase.
Is she really your friend?
There it is. There it is. Is she really your friend? Fantastic.
Thank you. so much.
Glass.
Really.
Sim.
Eu acabei de ir, professor.
Yeah, right. That was help. That wasn't your turn. Sim.
Yes, he is. Não? O que
Who
que
is
vocês
it?
estão falando?
She.
Della.
She is.
Yes, she is. Eu te disse, ela é uma amiga minha.
Agora é a Cris, né?
No, still you.
I told you, she's a friend of mine.
Very nice. Now, Chris, nós sempre vamos ao cinema e jogamos tênis juntas.
We always go to the movies and then we play tennis together.
Very nice. Larissa, ela joga melhor que eu. Ela é mais rápida que eu.
She plays better than me. She's more fast ou faster, eu não sei.
Which one?
Faster, porque é curto, né?
is mais. So one syllable, One syllable,
She's faster than me.
She's faster than me. Good. Let's see. How would you say eu sou tão boa quanto ela?
Tão boa.
I am as good as.
Oh, wait.
Sorry.
Let's
Tão
see.
boa não é ser melhor. Não sou melhor. Eu não sou tão boa. As good as.
Yes.
So what is it?
Her. No.
Whole sentence?
I'm as good. I am as good as. Agora não sei. Acho que é her.
Good.
Her. As good as she.
Okay, so I'm as good as her works, or if you put the verb, then it's going to be I'm as good as she is. Okay, so they're both correct. Or at least they're both used. I don't know if they're both 100% correct, but they're both used. All right, Chris. Eu não jogo muito, só no fim de semana. Ela joga todos os dias.
I don't play a lot, just on the weekends. E, Willy?
Sorry. Ela joga todos os dias.
She plays every day.
Uhum. Ela joga o dia todo.
She plays all day.
Olha, eu falo inglês. All right, very good. How would you say, Larissa, how would you say? Ela joga todos os dias? Ela deve ser muito boa.
Does she play every day? Deve ser muito boa. Ela deveria, não dá, she should, né, teacher? Ela deve ser muito boa. She is very well.
She is
Very well.
So, well seria bem, right? O jeito que ela joga, mas ela é boa. So, she
must.
Yes.
Must
be very good, because aqui estamos falando que ela é boa e não que ela joga bem. Se fosse advérbio que ela joga bem, daí seria she plays well. Mas aqui estamos dizendo que ela é boa, okay? So she must be very good. So must, just a quick review on must. Two main meanings of must, and they are what?
Primeiro, uma obrigação. Não tem escolha.
Obrigação. You don't have a choice. 100%.
Mas
Very
é uma
nice.
obrigação ferrada, entendeu? Vai dar problema se você fizer o contrário. É mais que have to.
Good. Well, I would say it's probably equal to have to, right? It's stronger than need. It's stronger than should. It's like have to. The difference being must is more formal. Have to is less formal. But they both, in my humble opinion, they both are 100% obligation. And then the second meaning.
Deve ser alguma coisa.
Deve ser que seja.
Deve ser que seja.
Right? So she must be very good. Ou seja, ela deve ser muito boa se ela joga todos os dias. Ela não tem obrigação, mas eu acho que se alguém joga todos os dias, a pessoa deve jogar bem. And we have that in Portuguese, right? She's a doctor. She must be smart. In Portuguese, you could say, ela é médica. Deve ser inteligente. Right? Ela não tem obrigação por ser médica. Mas deve ser que seja, porque para chegar lá, meu Deus, não é fácil.
It's not easy.
It is not easy, exactly.
It's not easy.
So you must be smart. At least somewhat smart, at least kind of smart. If you become a doctor, right, you have to be somewhat smart. So those are the two main meanings. And in this one, we have the second meaning. Deve ser que seja. Right, because she plays every day. If you never play, then you must not be very good, right? If you never play tennis, you must not be very good unless you are like a prodigy, or, you know, if you have, you have just amazing God-given talent, that's the only way. But most people must not be very good if they don't ever play. Okay, good. Glass. Actually, let's check real fast. Let's check some comments here. Rafael's back because I gave him a hard time during my live on the first. I said, yes, he came back. I like when Glassy says it had to be English when we have the same examples and different ways of saying the same thing in Portuguese too. I love Rafael. Rafael's the best. Chris could have used exchange as an example too. Yep, could have in that situation. There you go. You read my mind. Good evening. Just passing by to improve my grammar and hopefully pick up some knowledge. Great job. Thanks, Renata. I thought you forgot your T. The it in that case, when Chris asked, wasn't always necessary. He should finish. Yeah. He graduates. This channel is always on my mind. She's always fishing for compliments. Ela quer confete. I think
uma gíria.
Okay.
Uma gíria, é gíria.
All right. I've never heard that one. Thank you, Rafael, for that. He'll graduate in a few months. I remember I learned the word awkward from the sitcom Friends. Phoebe said it to Mike, I think. Yes. Yeah, I think that might be where I picked it up and started using it too, actually. Blah, 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 whatever. I know Mr. Yeah, not so polite. Okay. I know who she is, but I don't know her personally. She is. Some of these things are so good that he says that they go right over my head. Is she really a friend of yours? Yes, she is. We always go to the movies and then play tennis together. Yeah, you don't need then. Yes, you said then instead of then. You don't need then, but you can if you want to make it clear that one's after the other. And so, for example, if you want to make clear, you go to the movies and then, so you do it in that order. You go to the movies, then you play tennis, then you would use then. But if you say we go to the movies and play tennis, maybe one day you go to the movies, one day you play tennis, one day you play tennis first and then go to the movies, one day you know, and vice versa. So if you use then, it makes it more of a specific order. Very good question. Chris, I speak English. Look at her fishing for compliments. Out loud, I'm kidding. Deve ser ou pode ser que seja. I've never heard deve ser que seja. Yes, I think I created that actually. That might be one of mine. Like se tiver to be, tem que ter ing. All right, let's keep going then. Okay, so she plays every day. She must be good. Graci, talvez nós poderíamos jogar tênis nós três.
Pois é, mas não é passado aí, né? Maybe we could. Não pode, né?
Could. That could. Yeah, that works.
Or,
yeah.
Maybe we could play tennis. Quando?
Nós três.
Ah. Ai, meu Deus, lá vem sem vergonha. We three. No.
We three. Okay. So we three is not wrong, but it's so formal that there's actually a Christmas song. We three kings of Orient. It's a Christmas song. We three kings. That's how archaic
Mas
it
só
is.
estamos em três?
Huh? The three of us.
Three of us. É.
Yeah, it's just the two of us.
Maybe
Ah, eu
the
lembrei da
Castles
música do
in the
dentista.
sky,
Tá
just
bom,
the
tá bom,
two of
entendi.
us. You and I, just the two of us. Yes, just the two of us. So 2 of us, 3 of us, 4 of us, 5 of us, 6 of us, 7 of us, whatever. 100, just 100 of us.
Ok.
Yes, just the 2 of us. Now it's going to be in my head. All right. So the 3 of us. Or you, I mean, it's not wrong. Like I said, it's not wrong to say we 3, but it does sound a little bit, you know, and since you don't like more formal, you don't like more British, you probably don't want to use it.
Tá bom.
Chris, que tal este fim de semana?
How about on this weekend?
So when you say how about, so remember, how do you say de manhã? Just de manhã.
De manhã? In the morning.
In the morning. How do you say amanhã de manhã?
Tomorrow morning.
Cadê in the?
Tomorrow?
Right? Tomorrow morning, right? In the,
Okay. Okay.
because you turned tomorrow into an adjective. So then you went in the morning became tomorrow morning and in the, okay? Same thing here. So on the weekend, right? On the weekend,
On the
when are you going to go to the lake? On the weekend. But
On the
here, when we say este ou neste final de semana, then we have no. Just like in the morning.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
So you got it. So what is it?
Okay, on weekend, just on weekend.
No, cadê neste? Neste final de semana.
On this weekend. No.
On the. So you take out on the and you're left with this weekend. This weekend, right? Just like you have tomorrow morning or this morning. The same thing, this morning, right? Hoje de manhã. We don't say this in
this weekend.
We don't say this in the morning and we don't say on this weekend. We just say this weekend.
Okay.
Okay. So again, que tal neste fim de semana?
Sorry.
Bless you.
Okay, thanks. What about this weekend?
There you go. What about this weekend? How would you say que tal no próximo fim de semana?
What about the next one?
So you don't need the. You can just say what about next weekend?
The next one.
Right?
The next weekend.
Next weekend or the next one. Yeah, the next one. If it's inside it, if it's during the same conversation that you said, how about this weekend? How about the next one? Yeah, that would work. That works. Good. Larissa, eu gostaria.
I would like to.
I didn't know if that two was very soft. I didn't know if it was if it was going to come out.
Lembrou na hora certa.
Yes, yes. I'd like to. Deixa-me ver, Larissa. Deixa-me ver.
Let me see.
Let me see. And that T a little bit softer. Let me see. Let me see instead of let me see. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me see.
Glass. Você tem que ligar para sua amiga?
Do you have to call me, call no, call your friend.
Hey, yeah. So remember, call two. Hey, how's it going? That's call two. So make sure you keep that two out and call your friend.
Tá, eu tirei o two.
Okay, yeah, you did. You almost didn't, but you did. Yeah, good. That's right. Chris, sim, eu acho que ela está... O que é isso? Ah, ela está viajando. Não consegui ler minha própria letra. Eu acho que ela está viajando.
I think she's traveling.
Okay, I think she's traveling. Or I think she's
going away.
Okay. Well, she already went away. If she's traveling now, she already went away. I think she's traveling or she's on a trip. Remember, we like
Okay.
she's on a trip
She's
more
on a
than
trip.
traveling, but traveling's not wrong.
Dá para falar só she's out? Não, né? Só se ela tiver
Yeah,
fora
she's
do Brasil.
out gives the idea. So out
Não, she's out
is
de casa. Tá fora da ideia
out
que
of the
ela
closet.
Não, da ideia que ela saiu, que ela não tá em casa.
She's
Perguntar, ela tá aqui dentro. Não, she's out. Tipo, não pode.
right. So that's a good question. So we use out usually when you're out of the office. So if you say she's out, it's not necessarily she's traveling. She's just not in the office. So she could be,
ou she não tá em casa também, pode ser.
right.
Ela não
Yeah.
tá
So
aqui, né?
she could be out to lunch. She could be out to an appointment or out. Yeah. So in this case where she's traveling, you probably wouldn't use it because if you just say she's out, it doesn't give as much information. She's just not there. Yeah. But in the case that she has a meeting somewhere else, or she went to lunch or whatever, or she's sick. Sometimes, if somebody's sick at the office and the secretary answers a call for that person, that I'm sorry, she's out today. That she's out of the office. Yeah. Good question. Larissa, ela está numa viagem de negócios.
She's on business trip.
She's on a business
A
trip.
business
Yep.
trip.
So countable noun in the singular almost always needs an article. Glass, quando ela volta?
When does she, como é que é a abreviação disso? Não, é só quando é he, né?
When
Does she,
she come back?
Yeah, does she?
É.
Does she?
quando ela volta,
Does she?
come back.
Okay, so the whole
Não, quando
sentence.
ela
'Cause there-
volta,
Okay, give me the whole sentence without Portuguese
when
because there
does
was some.
she go back here? Não sei.
So that's the thing, right? We don't.
Come back.
Yes,
When?
we don't.
Ai,
We
droga.
don't say. We
When
don't
does
say
she-
go back here, and we don't say come back
back.
there. Well, I guess you can say come back there, but we don't say go back here. So when does she
Come
come
back.
back? Yeah. Yep. You could say here, but you don't need to if you say come back.
É.
What's the more formal way? Do you remember? Para voltar, quando ela volta?
When he arrive. Não,
Arrive is chegar. Now voltar.
voltar. Return.
Yeah, that's it. Return is the more formal. Return is what we use when you bought something and you want to take it back. You can, if you're going to exchange it, then you're going to trade. If you're going to return it, you get your money back.
Uhum.
So we use return for clothes or items that we buy and we want our money back. So sometimes you can see signs that say no returns. That
É
means,
tipo devolver, né?
yeah, exactly. Not cheapo, it is.
É.
All right, Chris. Ela volta depois de amanhã.
She's gonna come back the day of tomorrow.
The day?
After tomorrow.
Good. So make sure, because you're cutting the tur, you're saying the day after tomorrow, right? The day after, no, the day after, there has to be two syllables, after tomorrow.
The day after tomorrow.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be that. I mean, it's going to be faster. It's going to be the day after tomorrow, but there's
The
going to be
day
that
after
tur.
tomorrow. It's gonna be back the day after tomorrow. The day after tomorrow.
Yeah, see? Daí
He's
cortou.
gonna be back. He's gonna be back. He's gonna be back. He's gonna be back the day after tomorrow.
Aí só mudou o sexo, mas tudo bem.
Okay.
She's going to be back, but
problem.
that's okay. That's okay. She's going to come back a man. She went to Switzerland to have a surgery. Okay, Larissa, how would you say ela volta nesta sexta-feira?
She's gonna be back in this Friday.
So first of all, what is the preposition we use for days?
On.
Well, wait, I was
No,
okay.
days.
No,
days.
you're right. I was asking Larissa, but that's okay. So we use
On Friday, né?
on
Friday.
Okay.
Ah, ok.
Okay. So we use on for days. Larissa, when do we use in?
Those in. Meses,
Meses.
ano.
Good. Meses, anos. Good. Good. So, but remember what I said to Chris. How do you say de manhã? Just de manhã.
Ah, então eu não precisaria do on, só this Friday, né?
Because of this.
Okay.
So if
She's
you
gonna be
say
back this Friday.
Okay.
if you say she's going to be back on Friday, that's okay. But if you're going to say this, then you take out the on, take out the preposition, because you've got that adjective this Friday. Which Friday? This Friday.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so this Friday. So she's going to be back this Friday. Okay, so this is nesta sexta-feira. Glass, how would you say? Ela volta na próxima sexta-feira.
E ela volta. Pode ser goes direto, não pode? Não?
Volta
Goes
won't
back,
be volta para onde ela estava, yeah, mas vamos supor que ela volta para cá. Ela volta para a cidade onde estamos.
Comes? No.
Okay, sure.
Comes back.
Because then like we said, it's on your calendar, it's marked, you can use
Isso.
it's
Você sabe.
scheduled, not marked, but she comes back na próxima sexta-feira.
Next Friday.
Next
Good.
Friday.
Now Chris gets the fun one.
Se eu falasse na minha frase de cima, she comes back, também estaria certo, né?
Right.
Como ela...
Yeah, because when it's something scheduled on the calendar, then we can use the simple present as the future. So yes, you could. So really, remember, we have those basically 5 ways that we can talk about the future. We can say she's gonna be back. In this case, we can't say she's backing. So in this case, we can't use one of the ways, but she's going to be back. She will be back. She's back, or she comes back. And then there's one more that I forgot.
She goes back.
O ING, mas você não quer usar.
She comes back. Yeah. Or so what's the difference between she comes back and she goes back?
Goes ela vai voltar para lá.
Good. She comes back to Brazil. Can I say she goes back to Brazil?
Não, porque a gente está aqui, né? Tipo,
Exactly, porque a gente está aqui. Exactly.
Pode falar isso se fosse para Nova York, tipo assim.
Good. Or Europe or anything else. Exactly. Okay. So if we're going to talk about Brazil, we're going to say she comes back. Now, I could say Glacy goes back to Curitiba after she competes in Balneário Camboriú, right? So after she competes in Balneário Camboriú, she goes back to Curitiba. Because I'm not in Curitiba, so then I'm going to say she goes back. She doesn't come back to Palmas, but you've never been to Palmas, so even in that case, I can't use back because she's never been to Palmas. It can only work for somewhere you're returning to. And never. Oh wow, oh wow. Jalapão is beautiful. Jalapão is beautiful. You're missing out. Okay, so Chris, how would you say na sexta depois da próxima?
Nossa.
Ela volta.
Sexta, she comes back. She comes back on Friday. Como é que é? Ela volta na sexta?
So seria não na próxima sexta, mas
Aí
depois.
She doesn't come back.
Então ela não volta agora? O que aconteceu?
Ela não volta na sexta, não é isso que você falou?
Não. Ela volta na sexta depois da próxima sexta.
She's gonna be back
Okay, that works too.
next Friday. Then another.
No, so if you say she's going to be back next Friday, ela volta na próxima sexta, só que vai ser uma semana depois disso.
Okay, he's gonna back.
Opa, now gonna be back.
She's gonna be back.
Punk.
From 2 Fridays.
You could.
Not
There's
bad.
there's actually now that you were saying that, I just realized there are 3 different ways you can say that, because the one that you just said reminded me that you can say in
Friday.
2 Fridays, but that's not the most.
Okay.
That's not the most common.
He's gonna be back in 2 Fridays.
Gonna be back the Friday after
After
next.
Jesus.
Gonna be back the Friday after next, or she's gonna be
Or-
back in 2 Fridays.
2 Fridays, or she's gonna be back Friday after next. There was a third one, and it just totally.
It is for she's
my
gonna
mind
be
went
back
blank.
the Friday after this Friday. Poderia?
I mean, it's not wrong, but nobody says it. It's one of those things that it's not wrong, but
Assim, not this
because
Friday.
after this
No.
Friday is more, I think, because it's more words than just the Friday after next. I forgot the
Porque a gente
third
fala
one.
não,
Okay.
não nessa coisa na próxima. A gente fala assim.
Yeah,
Não nessa sexta na próxima.
yeah.
Então, acho
That's
que
a lot of
deveria-
work. Portuguese is a lot of work.
É.
All right. So Friday after next. How would you say, Larissa, how would you say sexta-feira passada? So vamos mudar para o passado. Ela voltou na sexta passada. I'll help you. She.
Last Friday.
Well,
She
hold
came
on,
back
Chris. She came
sorry.
back.
Sorry, Larissa.
She
last
came back
Friday.
last Friday. Good. Glass. A Friday retrasada.
Ai, she came back. Friday. Não, deu. Ah, professor. Sim, passada. Não sei.
2 Fridays before? I kick it.
Kicked the Friday.
Before. Last. Yes.
Fridays ago.
Willy,
Okay.
pode dizer 2 Fridays before?
2 Fridays ago.
Okay. 2
I mean,
Fridays ago.
you could, but again, it's one of those that less used, but it's 2 Fridays ago. Yeah,
Okay.
I think I've heard it, but not very often. But the interesting thing about this is that we use it for everything, like the year before last, the month before last, the day before last. So we use those before last for retrasado.
Okay. Before last. Retrasado. Before last.
Glaci. Eu acho que ela
Acabei de errar.
Larissa foi agora também.
Ah, então tá.
Eu acho que ela volta ou na quinta ou na sexta.
I think she comes back on quando?
Na quinta ou na sexta?
On Thursday or
Good.
tava pensando que era quinta. On Thursday or Friday. No?
Yeah, right. Yep. Good. I think she comes back Thursday or Friday. Chris, vou falar com ela e te dou retorno.
I'm gonna talk to her And then I'm going to tell you.
Good. Yeah. So I don't give you return, right? I don't give you back or give you return. It's just I'll tell. No, it's not that. That would be word for word is what we would want to translate. But I'll tell you, I'll call you, I'll talk to you, whatever. Any of those would work.
Them. Okay.
We don't have that return.
I'm gonna talk to you later.
Larissa, how would you say? Eu tenho que fazer algumas coisinhas na rua.
Começa com isso, assim.
I have to do some things on the street.
Yeah, daí parece que você vai lá na rua e vai dançar, ou vai vender, ou vai...
Errand.
Yes, what is it, Chris?
I'd like to do some errands.
Começa
I have to do some errands.
It's possible, but most common, there's a specific verb that we use with errands. Do you remember, guys?
No.
To
run. Errands.
To run errands.
Eu não decoro essa palavra.
Errands. É coisinhas tipo, você vai no supermercado, você vai no banco, você vai na costureira.
Amiga, eu até sei que existe isso, mas eu não decoro essa palavra.
Errands. Eu achei legal essa
Very
palavra.
Very useful to run errands. So,
é muito difícil fazer coisinhas na rua, mas...
Fazer tarefas do banco, coisas do dia a dia.
Eu sei, eu vou fazer umas coisinhas na rua e já volto.
Glaci não faz, ela é tão importante que ela paga a gente para fazer isso. Larissa, então como é que seria com to run errands?
I have to run errands.
Só, porque daí
já sabe que é na rua.
Só to run errands, é implícito que
é na rua, fora de casa.
Vai ser fora de casa. That is correct. Okay. It's very common to hear I need to run some errands. A lot of times we use some with that too. You don't have to, but a lot of people do. I need to run some errands. It's almost an expression. It's so common, it's almost its own expression.
What? Eu fiz algumas coisas na rua.
Good.
I've run.
Okay, so I've run is present. I've run is present perfect. I've run is present perfect. So you're leaving the door open.
Ran.
If I could just finish. I've run is present perfect. So you're leaving the door open for the possibility that you're going to run some more errands, right? So it's that whole thing from the past till now with the possibility that you're going to do more. But if you are getting ready for bed and you talk to Paulo and you're like, Paulo, how would you say it? You're making it clear that you're not going to run any more errands today.
Okay. Paulo, run.
No, you're telling Paulo. You say I.
Paulo. I run some errands.
Some errands. What does that mean?
Eu fiz algumas coisas.
Run é simple past?
Não, é com I, eu não sei pronunciar. É run.
Ran, like I ran. Iran, I ran. I ran some errands. But in this case, you're saying like, Paulo, I ran a lot of errands.
Yes.
Today.
I ran a lot of errands today. Okay.
So you need to give me a massage.
Very nice.
Massage.
A good massage, not just a massage,
foot,
but a good...
Não, eu falei foot, depende,
foot. Entendi, food massage, que já Entendi
pois
de
é.
comida, que já está entrando em outra coisa que não podemos conversar aqui. Food massage.
Que mente
So,
poluída, Jesus amado.
let's look.
I need to give me a... Como é que pronuncia? Message.
Massage. Message. É
Massage.
aquela coisa.
Massage.
Vocês... Vamos rapidinho.
Massage.
Should I glass?
Cadê a Glace? Ela sumiu.
All right. So this is why message and massage causes problems.
Ah, message é mensagem, né?
Message é mensagem.
Massage. É massagem.
Yeah, this is massage.
Massoterapia.
Yes.
Massoterapia.
Oh, look at you. That's chic.
Look at you.
See if I
Let
can-
me see. I don't know.
See if I can find it.
Okay.
This is the closest I will ever get to being an actor, probably. Where in the heck?
Where?
Where are you? Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go.
Ai, meu Deus, eu lembro. Que engraçado.
Hold on. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Let's see. Let's do this.
Deu uma confusão aí.
Oi, tudo bem com a senhora? Eu sou Willy, eu sou missionário e eu tenho uma massagem para você de Deus. Nossa, você sabe que uma massagem de Deus seria divino nesse momento. O que é isso? O que é isso de massagem? Quem dá massagem para minha mulher aqui nessa casa sou eu. Você não me dá massagem nessa casa há 15 anos?
So there you go. Massage and message.
Massage.
Message. Okay, let's look at pronunciation here. Foot. Like somebody hits you in the stomach. Foot. Okay, and then food. Ooh.
Food. Okay.
Fudido. Okay, so foot, pé, food, comida.
Ai, tô morrendo de fome. Jesus, tá bom.
Are you hungry?
Muito.
Just another 25 minutes. Oh boy.
Não, tudo bem.
All right. Here we go. Continuing on. Chris. Quais coisas você tem que comprar?
What things you have to buy?
What
What
things
things do you have to buy?
do you have to buy? What things do you have
What
to
things
buy?
you have to
Yes.
buy.
Very good. Larissa. Tablets para nossos amigos e boné.
Tablets for our friends and a cap.
Ok. Very good. Glass. Bem, eu posso te levar para as lojas.
If it's well, para mim. Well, I can levar. I can take you para as lojas?
Mm-hmm.
To the stores?
Is it a question?
Não,
No.
eu posso te levar. Então,
Just your intonation. You said to the stores.
Não, eu falei to the stores para você.
Oh, but
certo.
I'm not in the conversation, so how would it
Ai,
be?
professor, então com a entonação to the stores.
To the stores. Good. And go stay. Stores. Só para ter certeza. Good. Chris, Obrigada, mas não tem um problema com seu carro?
Thank you. But um, não tem. It doesn't. But it doesn't have any problem with his car, with your car.
Okay, so it doesn't.
It doesn't.
What was it? It doesn't have a problem?
It doesn't. It doesn't have a problem with your car.
Okay. Yes or no? Tem é a mesma coisa de have quando pode ser traduzido como há ou existe.
Ok, então.
Well, first,
there
yes or no?
isn't.
Yes or no, just for the people that are watching.
Ok, ok.
Yes or no?
Eu acho que sim. É there is, there are. Ter.
There is, there are. So não, na verdade, não é a mesma coisa. Seria a
Não é a
resposta.
mesma coisa.
Okay,
Não é a
good.
mesma coisa.
Okay. So how would you change this then?
There isn't.
Good.
It's a question. There isn't any problem with your car.
And it could be any or either one.
Okay.
Problema ou algum problema. Okay. So, is that right? Who wants to?
I'm not sure. I think so.
It's right, because you can use it, because remember, there isn't a problem with your car is usually a negative sentence, right? Not a
Yes.
question. But remember, we have pergunta de confirmação. So you can use a negative sentence if you change the intonation, if you're confirming something. So there isn't a problem with your car. So just like Glassy did before, except incorrectly, with the intonation going up, here we can put the intonation up if we're confirming something, or we can use the regular question.
Isn't there?
Mm-hmm. So there isn't a problem with your car, or isn't there a problem with your car? So you can use either one, either the confirmation question or the regular question, the regular negative question, actually. All right, Larissa. Não, eu tive sorte. Agora meu carro funciona bem.
No, I had luck. Now my car works well.
Okay. So you can't say I had good luck, because we have good luck and bad luck. Em português, eu tive sorte, mas em inglês, sorte pode ser boa sorte ou ao contrário, right? So I had good luck, but it's not as common. Glassy, what do we usually say for eu tive sorte?
It was on to be. It wasn't.
Eu tive, não que eu não tive, mas eu tive sorte. I
was
não ouvi.
lucky.
Lucky, that's it, right? So I was lucky is the expression that we more commonly use in English than I had luck or I had good luck. And the tendency is when an American speaks Portuguese, they want to say eu estava sortudo, and when a Brazilian speaks English, they want to say I had luck. But the way that we use that expression changes a little bit. In English, we usually say I was lucky, and when we say it in Portuguese, then we change it to tive sorte. Glass. Next page. O que aconteceu?
What happened?
And how would you answer, Glass? É impossível saber.
It's impossible. It's impossible to know.
Good. It's impossible to know. Chris, tell us that you don't know anything about cars.
Tell you about what?
Tell us that you don't know anything about cars.
Okay, guys. I don't know anything about cars.
There you go. Larissa, how would you say? Eu só sei que não estava funcionando antes e agora está funcionando.
I only know that não estava funcionando, agora está? Isso?
Yeah, não estava funcionando, agora está. Yep.
It doesn't work. And now it is.
Okay, so let's look at that. I only know that it doesn't
It
work.
does, né? It does.
It does work. Okay.
Doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't?
Okay. It wasn't.
It wasn't what?
And now.
So não era trabalho, or se tiver to be, tem que ter ing, right? Mesmo no passado, se tiver to be, tem que ter ing. Porque was ainda é to be, mesmo no passado. And now?
It was.
It cortou.
Was.
Okay. So, was significa o quê? Significa está ou estava? Cortou, não ouvi. Was significa está ou estava?
Estava.
Estava. E então, agora estava? Yeah.
It is.
Now it is. Okay. Now, the first time that you gave us that sentence, you said you had one time you had the verb to be and one time you had does, right? You said it was something like it wasn't working and now it does. It sounds a little bit strange if you change. You could say it didn't work and now it does. So it didn't work and now it does. That's okay. Or it wasn't working and now it is. But if you change, if you use the present continuous and the past continuous, then that sounds okay. But if you change it and use the simple present with the continuous, then it can sound a little bit strange. If you say like, it wasn't working, now it does, or it didn't work and now it is, it sounds a little bit jagged and doesn't sound smooth. Okay, so there we are. So it wasn't working, now it is, probably the best of those possibilities.
Okay.
Glassy. Que sorte.
Professor, esse jagging é weird, é a mesma coisa que weird ou não?
No,
Tipo
so
soa meio o quê?
good question. Jagged
Jagging.
is like, you know, sabe aquelas rochas que tem pontos que são, se você tocar dói, que sabe que se você cair é ruim.
Rochas pontudas?
Yeah, exactly. So that's jagged. Jagged is like that. So quando eu falo que it sounds jagged, parece cortado, não parece suave, não tem uma...
É que a gente jamais falaria assim, mas it sounds jagged, vocês falam. Então tá.
Não, vocês não, eu falo. Mas é mais da...
Não,
vem
eu digo os americanos, né?
Não, mas eu tô falando que... porque a maioria dos americanos não falam de som de uma frase, sabe? É coisa de nerd de inglês. Então, nerd de inglês, sim, pode falar jagged or not smooth ou alguma coisa assim, mas não é alguma coisa que uma pessoa normal norte-americana ia falar.
Vou pôr entre aspas aqui no ar.
Ok.
Coisas do
Mas o que é jagged? Jagged.
Assim,
entendi.
Então,
Entendi, aquela coisa cortada, mas em que contexto você usa?
So, se você, vamos supor que você quer cortar alguma coisa e você quer que tenha uma linha reta, right?
Ok.
So a straight line. So
Seria.
jagged seria tipo não é straight line,
Okay.
right? That's
Serra.
jagged. It's
É
The
seria.
paper is jagged.
jagged. Yeah, it has usually it's used a lot with the word edge. A jagged edge is an edge that is not straight. You know, it's got like
Okay.
like
Okay.
if you're on a lake and the lake is frozen and it has an edge that just isn't, you know, it's not straight. It's that edge is
Okay. It's jagged.
yeah.
É um adjetivo. Jagged é um
Yes.
adjetivo.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why I say it's not used a lot. I use it with sound because for me, it's like another word I also used today was choppy. So like, you know, if you go out on the ocean or you go out on a lake and the water is like, you know, it's very, there's a lot of movement and stuff, that's called choppy.
Turbulenta.
So to chop is cortar. So a água quando está nesse jeito, nós chamamos de cortado, right? So it's not smooth. It's choppy and jagged. It's two ways that I use to describe sound that isn't smooth. The sound, if you look at like sound waves, the waves are like instead of being smooth.
Okay.
So that's why I say normal people don't use it, but I'm not normal. So there we go. Okay. How would you say, Chris? Que sorte. Se o teu carro funciona.
How luck, and if I had a car,
Não, se o teu carro funciona, você pode me levar ao banco.
if your car is working, you can take me at bank.
Oh, so close. You missed the little thing.
Bank.
To the bank.
To the
Movement. You can
bank.
take me
Okay.
to the bank. Yes. Yeah, if you say you can take me at the bank, parece que a pessoa vai te pegar do banco, right? You can take me from the bank or take me at the bank.
Okay.
Good.
To
Very good.
the
If your
bank.
car works, you can take me to the bank. Larissa, let's see. Porque eu preciso de uma carona para o banco.
I need to ride. I need to ride. No. I need
Começou bem.
I need a ride to the bank.
There we go. There we go. Cheguemos. I need a ride to the bank.
Right.
That's it. Good. In the end, I didn't need to write it. Good. I need a ride to the bank.
I'm gonna
Glass.
take you, Larissa, with me to the bank.
All right.
Glass, how would you say? Por quê? Tem que ir ao banco também?
Right. Do you have to go to the bank to say,
Good.
professor?
Huh? That was good. I don't know what that was, but yes. Good. Chris? Sim, para trocar dinheiro. Eu não tenho dólares, eu só tenho reais e eu vou viajar.
Yes. I have to go there because I just have dollars, and I need some real because I'm gonna get a trip.
It was actually the opposite. You have reals, you have reais.
Okay, because I have just reals, and I need some dollars. Of course,
Because
the green bills,
actually the nickname, we call them greenbacks.
the
Costas
greenbacks.
Costas verdes, greenbacks.
Okay, the greenbacks.
Why? Why do you need greenbacks?
Because I'm gonna get a trip.
You're gonna get a trip? Alguém vai te dar uma viagem?
No. I'm gonna own a trip.
You're gonna own a trip, mas não vai sair ou só vai ser dona de uma viagem?
No,
Remember, what are the verbs for
I
trip?
wanna. I'm gonna be on a trip.
I'm gonna.
No.
What are the
I'm
verbs
gonna-
for trip?
Go. I'm gonna go on a trip.
I'm gonna
I'm
go
gonna
on a
go
trip,
on a trip.
or I'm
Oh
gonna
my
take a
goodness.
trip.
I'm gonna go on a trip or I'm gonna take a trip.
Take a trip. So good. That was good. There was one thing in there that I wanted, which was eu tenho que trocar moeda.
I have to change my money.
Okay. And that's where we get into change and exchange. What's the difference between change and exchange?
I think I spoke wrong. Exchange.
Exchange, right? So exchange.
Okay, eu vou trocar uma coisa pela outra. Exchange.
Exchange. I have
I have
an
to
orange.
exchange.
I have an orange pen. I have an orange pen. I want a blue pen. I'm going to exchange. Okay. Change.
I have to exchange.
I have an orange pen and magic. Now I have a blue pen. I changed the pen.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I have to exchange. Dollars exchange. Real $2.
Real $4. Yeah,
real
or $2.
$4.
Two works too. I have to exchange reals into dollars, or I have to exchange reals for dollars. Yeah, it could be either one.
Okay.
Larissa,
Hi, teacher.
quantos dólares você precisa?
How many dollars do you need?
And Larissa says, o máximo possível. How would you say o máximo possível? Vou até
As
acrescentar.
difíceis sempre para lá, né? Lá responde.
Tô fora.
The most
Olha
that
só,
I
no
can-
máximo. Como é que é no máximo, meninas?
Maximum.
É máximo? Não sei, professor.
Sei não.
Ai, Jesus amado, realmente eu não sei.
The most that I can
Rafael, ajude nós aí.
the most that the most have I can get.
Okay, there's one way that's similar to that. So,
At least a gente sabe que é no mínimo, né? Na verdade, no máximo, não sei. As much.
Okay. As much as
what did you
many
say,
as
Chris?
possible.
What did you say, Chris? Because there's another way that's similar to what you said.
The most that I can get.
As much as I can get.
Okay.
As much or as many, because we're talking about dollars. So in this case, it would be as many.
As much as I can get. Okay.
Good. So Glass, since you didn't answer, we'll go with you again.
Então é isso aí que você fala.
Eu preciso de entre 100 e 200 dólares.
Deus do céu, I need. Ai, professor, entre. Não é among, né? Não.
Among.
Não, I need.
Chris?
Sei lá, deve
Eu
ser
pensei,
about, sei lá.
So if it among is more than 2, right?
Entre.
Do we have 2 or do we have more than 2 here?
More.
Entre quantos números?
Entre dois. Between.
Entre dois números. Between.
Between o número que você falou primeiro e depois o outro.
So, entre 100 e 200 dólares. Eu preciso de entre 100 e 200 dólares.
100 and, daí and, usa?
Yeah.
Ai, meu Deus, 100 e quanto?
200.
200. Não, ai, sai, que me deu um branco.
So,
Vai indo, vai.
I need between
100, 200.
100 and 200.
200.
Dollars. So what you were thinking is if you can use and or not. If you say I need, if you use from 100, then it would be to $200. I need from 100 to $200.
Isso que eu queria saber.
So you can say it either way. I need between 100 and $200, or I need from 100 to $200. The only difference is this one includes $100 or $200, and this one is 101 to $1.99. It's only a $2
Você vai
difference.
pegar $200, vai comprar o quê, né? Uma bala lá nos Estados Unidos.
Não,
Será?
lá dá para comprar muita coisa. Aqui é que não
You
dá.
think? Yeah.
Lá é muito dinheiro.
Não, lá
Eu já
é
tô
R$1.000.
pensando em uma.
Lá é R$1.000 para uma bola, mas $100 não. $100
Não, sim.
é coisa
que
boa.
Lá dá para comprar muita coisa com isso. Aqui não dá para comprar quase nada.
True.
Ok.
Chris, how would you say? Que bom, eu posso trocar seus reais em dólares.
How nice. I can exchange your reals to dollars, to my dollars.
Ok. Continuing, Chris, porque eu tenho $200.
Because I have $200.
Very good. Larissa, de qualquer jeito, o banco não está aberto agora.
Anyway, the bank doesn't open now.
The bank
The bank
doesn't.
is
Yeah, good. So, what's the difference?
não está aberto.
So the bank now está aberto. The bank isn't open. The bank doesn't open. What does the bank doesn't open mean?
The bank doesn't open, o banco não abre. Agora o banco
Não
não
abre. Yeah. O banco
isn't
não abre.
open.
Good. And so in this case, Glassy, we could say, o banco não abre hoje porque é feriado.
The bank doesn't open today because it's a holiday.
Não sei se esse a foi a de a ou a de
Era a de A, mas eu acho que não precisa o A, né?
Precisa, porque é substantivo contável no singular. Yes, today is
Sim,
a holiday.
aniversário de Palmas, tal, né?
Oh, God, you and the aniversário de Palmas.
Não é que foi aniversário de Curitiba, pessoal, aqui não foi feriado, achei bom, achei que o pessoal legal, né? Pessoal trabalhador. Não, tô brincando, calma.
Ai,
Uf. Ainda bem que Larissa mora perto, mas não mora em Palmas, né? All right. So, Chris, eu vou te dar uma carona, então.
Eu vou
Mesmo
te dar.
assim. Vamos acrescentar alguma coisa. Eu vou te
Não,
dar
mas-
uma carona mesmo assim.
bicho.
I'm gonna take you, Larissa.
How do you say dar uma carona?
Yes, I'm gonna take you, Larissa.
I ask, how do you say dar uma carona? She
Think
says
that
yes.
way. Think this way.
Okay, Chris, let's try and translate the sentence I give you. Eu vou te dar uma carona mesmo assim.
I'm gonna give you a ride. I forgot. I'm gonna give you a ride. Since
Nope.
right? No,
Mesmo assim, quem pode ajudar?
Pai.
that way, the same way. No,
Mais alguém? Come on, Glass. Save them.
mesmo assim.
I'm going to give you a ride anyway. Mesmo assim.
Anyway,
I'm going to give you a ride anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. Vou fazer mesmo assim.
Anyway,
De qualquer jeito.
anyway. Okay.
I like when Glassy says, we already said that one.
Hungry.
Hungry hippo.
Hungry.
Really laughing at Glassy and dancing with his arms up in the air is priceless. Thank you, Rafael. I like to think so. There used to be 3 ladies. Will she come back? There are 3 ladies. She just doesn't want to turn on her camera. So we do have Larissa. Larissa is new since Hinata was here last, but you will only hear her. You won't see her. To help Willie in case he needs help to know where he stopped reading the comments. Yes. There are 3 ladies, but one of them, Larissa, is like Edward from Twilight. She can't appear in the light. That's funny. Thanks for answering, Rafael. You only hear Larissa. She made a deal with Larissa to not show her face on screen. She made a death threat against him. She knows some people in Pará. That's hilarious. That's what it is. Larissa is involved in the Pará mob. Olá, meu trio favorito. Plinio's here. Good to see you back, Plinio. She's going to be back. She comes back next Friday. I think the other lady's name is Elena. Yes, it is. Elena is no longer part of Powerpuff Girls. She couldn't take Willy. That's probably true. She's going to be back, not that Friday, but the next. Yeah, not this Friday, but the next, or the Friday after next, or whatever we talked about before. She came back the Friday before the last. The Friday before last. Yeah, you don't need to. You can. The Friday before the last one. Yeah, it's more work. English has so many synonyms. Renata, yes, Glassy agrees with you. I have to run some errands. Professor Shomo. Como se diz, aos sábados eu faço bico na empresa do meu amigo. I don't know what faço bico. Alguém? Bico é assim, né? Fazer bico é tirar uma foto assim?
Não, é um
Não.
trabalho extra.
É assim, é um trabalho, você tem o seu trabalho normal, por exemplo, você trabalha como professor, mas você dá aula na sua escola. Mas você também pode fazer uns bicos, tipo assim, fazer uns trabalhos de marcenaria, trabalho de marcenaria.
Good, okay. So Renata's right, odd job, but we also say side hustle. Is the side hustle is the new, like, entrepreneurial world, is the new way to say then, what is it? Trabalho de bico, is that what it is? Faço bico. Fazer bico. And so that would be side hustle is like it's the fashionable way to say odd job. But odd job, yes, Renata can also be used. I have a side hustle. Yeah, there you go. Rafael knew it. I have a side hustle at my friend's company. I deliver some goods in stores. I don't even need to answer because Rafael already answers correctly almost all the time. Thank you so much, Renata e Rafael, que sempre pergunto algo que tenho dúvidas pro professor e ele responde no final. Or would it be side job? Side job also works. So odd job, side hustle, side job. I think side job. See, then Renata says the same thing I just said. Everybody's just saying it what I was going to say anyway. Side job crossed my mind after odd job. Pois é, eu nunca sei o que é bico. Massagem do senhor, uma mão na Bíblia e outra no carinho. The husband is right to be angry. There wasn't a problem with your car. I was lucky. I only know that it wasn't working before, but now it is. We can show that. It just hid this one. Lucky has two meanings: to be lucky and to have sex. Yes, to get lucky, actually. Yeah. Oh, that's what he said. Yeah. So get lucky. So get lucky it can be, if you're talking about luck, like sorte, then that remember, get sick, get angry, get happy is going from one state to another. So going from not being lucky to becoming lucky is get lucky, but it also is a slang way to say to have sex is to get lucky. Sound jagged. I didn't know that. Yeah, nobody knows that because I use it. I don't think anybody. Saiu picotada a voz dela. Yeah, I don't know exactly I don't know how to explain it in Portuguese. I really just don't. The sentence doesn't have flow, doesn't have the natural flow of naturally spoken sentence. So yeah, so it kind of starts and stops is kind of what I'm getting at. Jagged, choppy, que sorte, can I say lucky me? Yeah, if that's what you're talking about. But this case, I think the case that we had in the presentation was that the person's car started working and they don't know why. So when Chris said it, she was talking about the other person. So I guess lucky me, if you can give me a ride, I guess that would work. Yeah. Jagged is new to me. I knew choppy. Okay, yeah, the word in and of itself. Her voice is cracking. Serve para dizer que a voz está falhando, cortando. Yes. And cracking is like, it has that, like almost sounds like a crack, like there's a space. The ocean waves are choppy. The video is choppy. You get the idea. You're breaking up, for example, on the phone. As much as possible. I was about to say it wrong. The most possible. So don't forget the second as much as possible. I've got to go. Good night, everyone. Renata, good night. They hid Rafael again because he said dead presidents. I need something between 100 and 300 dead presidents. So dead presidents is another way to say money because They all have, American money all has dead presidents, except for Benjamin Franklin wasn't a president, but they say dead presidents anyway. Good night, Renata. Nice chatting with you. See, I'm going to end my CV to Curitiba.
Tá bom, né, Rafa?
Tá bom.
All right, everybody.
Beleza.
Thanks for being with us until now. It's great to have you guys here. And it's a good thing because I was thinking about actually stopping the channel once we hit 1,000 videos. I was going to stop the channel and start a new channel because the channel hasn't been doing very well. But if we get this kind of participation, we may keep going. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Thanks, ladies, for being here for class once again. Powerpuff Girls.
Thank you, teacher.
I'm Professor
Bye-bye.
Willy.
Bye, guys.
Until next